If you're looking to buy, sell or rent your property, the first step to the process is establishing where things are at with your financial situation. We spoke to Neil Harris of One Stop Finance in Hemel Hempstead to get answers to some commonly asked questions.
The difference between an in-house corporate advisor and myself with the whole of market speaks for itself. We have the whole of market to choose from as far as lenders are concerned. They have only a smaller panel to choose from, which can end up meaning you don't get a nice wide choice. You might not get the best deal. So the idea being, we give you as many options and choices as physically possible, given your own particular circumstances. We don't only do mortgages for just buyers. We can do home buyers, home movers, first-time buyers, remortgages, buy-to-let investors, basically the whole remit of options for you. Somebody should have a chat to myself at the earliest possible moment. The idea being is you'd like to find out as soon as you possibly can what you can afford. Otherwise, what tends to happen, and it's happened in the past, people come to see me and say, oh, I found somewhere, I need a mortgage, and then tell them they can't afford it. That's not the right way of doing it. Just trying to manage people's expectations so they can look comfortably and with peace of mind. Our initial consultation is free of charge. We sit down, we'll go through your options, the costs involved, and just see what you can and you cannot afford. So don't worry about the cost, there isn't one at that point. It's just you and me to see where we can go and what we can try and do for you. And again, given the opportunity to look with a bit more peace of mind and security behind you. What you need to bring initially on the first consultation is, normally for an employed person, should we say your last 3 months pay slips, 3 months bank statements. The 3 months pay slips show the income, if there's any additional bonuses, overtime, commission, and the bank statements show how you conduct your account, which is very important these days. Lenders are very hot on how people conduct their bank account. So we don't want anything falling over at the last hurdle because you forgot to bring it. It just makes the whole process simpler and easier. Self-employed people think they're going to struggle to get a mortgage, which isn't the case. As long as they've got their accounts properly set up, now whether that's a self-assessment through HMRC or they have their own accountant. And normally these days, as a yardstick for a self-employed person, it's 2 years SA 302s and the last 2 years tax overviews. So that's normally, if they've got any problems with that, speak to their accountant and they'll be able to get hold of them for you. So it's not a problem at all these days. Not only do we provide a mortgage service, we also make sure you protect your mortgage. So we do life assurance, critical illness, buildings of content, redundancy cover. We also do will writing. So basically the whole remit, a one-stop shop to do with your mortgages. So we can help you get your mortgage and protect your mortgage and your family. The cheapest rate may not always be the best deal for you. You've got to look at the initial rate, you've got to look at the costs involved, and you've got to look at your own personal circumstances. The phrase rate chasing is not always the way to go. That's why having the whole of market, as far as lenders are concerned, enables us to get the right mortgage for you. And if it is the cheapest rate, brilliant. If it's not, then you've got the best deal. The mortgage offer is the last thing you get out of the transaction. That's once we've applied physically for the mortgage on the property you want. The lenders assess the property via the valuation. They assess the paperwork, i.e. payslips and bank statements. Then once they're happy with everything, that then issues the mortgage offer. The mortgage offer comes to you, I'll get a copy and your solicitor will get a copy.